when you're stupid, you deserve to pay the price. Positive traction on who just might be responsible for the mass graves in Thailand, plus an arrest is made in the kidnapping case in Hong Kong. These stories are coming up next. This is the Asia Brief. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, May 6, 2015. I am Steve Miller, your host. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to be here with you, so thank you so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started with our very first story. It's no secret that things are bad in North Korea. After all, they are on the hook for crimes against humanity, and I truthfully applaud those who have taken up the charge to try and bring light to the plight of those north of the DMZ. But I do draw the line when someone goes about it in a very stupid manner. Joo Won-moon, a South Korean student at New York University, was arrested on April 22nd after crossing from the Chinese side of the Yalu River. In an interview recently with CNN, Joo said he was hoping his crossing into North Korea and subsequent capture would have a good effect on the relationship between the two Koreas. He said, quote, "I am well, and there's no need to worry because people here have treated me with the best of humanitarian treatment. I've been fed well, slept well, and have been very healthy." End quote. Now, I have no idea what in the hell he was thinking, but his crossing was in no way, shape, or form going to have a positive effect on inter-Korean relationships. The fact that he thought his crossing would shows a distinct lack of critical and cognitive thinking skills. And quite frankly, he needs to be left there and pay the price. No high-level envoys, no high-level officials, and absolutely no concessions should be given to the DPRK to warrant his release. Maybe in the future, if someone who pulls a stunt like this, and yes, I am calling this a stunt, maybe if someone like Joo, is left to serve their entire term of what is sure to be a multi-year sentence given by the DPRK, especially based on the rulings we saw last year, perhaps there would be less of these stupid individuals trying something like this in the future. And it does appear as this may be the case, as Joo even said that he hasn't been contacted by either the United States or South Korean officials. And of course, in other detainee news in North Korea, Kim Kuk-gi and Chae Chun-gil were also paraded before CNN to recount their tales of missionary work along the Chinese border and reported clandestine work for Seoul prior to their capture by the DPRK. Whether these two are really spies or not is one thing, but again shows the dangers for South Koreans to be next to the border with North Korea, and quite frankly, why they shouldn't be there in the first place. Thai police believe they have arrested a man responsible for the human trafficking camp where over 30 bodies were recently discovered. They've arrested Soe Nyang, also known as Anwar. The arrest came in conjunction with a closure of another camp on the Thai-Malaysia border. Anwar denies any involvement in human trafficking, claiming that there are many Anwars and he's not the one they're looking for. However, authorities are calling his arrest huge, as it is the first big arrest since the junta has vowed to clamp down on human trafficking crimes. Another camp was also recently discovered with 5 bodies in shallow graves less than 20 miles away, and it appears the bodies at both sites may be those who were weak and thus left behind. It should also be noted that in the past, evidence also suggests complicity by Thailand's security forces in human trafficking networks, something that even Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has admitted. But truthfully, if the Prime Minister wants to raise Thailand off that Tier 3 ranking into Tier 2, he needs to do more to prevent trafficking on all fronts. A week ago, a group of 6 reportedly broke into a Hong Kong mansion where they stole nearly 2 million Hong Kong dollars worth of goods and kidnapped 29-year-old Queenie Rosita Law. Law was released after a ransom of 28 million Hong Kong dollars was paid, and now the police believe they have captured one of the 6 responsible. The suspect was trying to return to the Chinese mainland, where it's believed all are from, and the remaining 5 may already be. Well, those are the stories for today. I hope you'll take a moment to leave your thoughts in the comments on Facebook or Twitter. To keep up with more news from the region, please follow Asian News Weekly on Facebook or Twitter. You can also send an email to the show with your questions, your comments, and your feedback. That email address is podcast@asiannewsweekly.net. If you enjoyed the podcast, please share it with your friends, and if you haven't, subscribe. It's free and easy to do. Just go to our website, asiannewsweekly.net, and click on the subscribe tab, or do it inside your favorite podcast application like iTunes or Stitcher. Well, remember, there won't be a podcast tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday, so until then, my name is Steve Miller, reminding you to be true to yourself and to always be awesome.